everyone, this is Freddie with Superbike Unlimited, and today we've got another update on the Ducati V4R Superbike project. Today we're at Barber Motorsports Park. We have the V4R here. We're working on a few things. We're working on the setup, trying out some things with different tire compounds. Of course, we're using the all-new Pirellis that we get from Podium Motorsports Pirelli, and we're using the SC1 front, and I'm trying out all three rears here. I've tried a scrubbed SC0, an SC1, which I really liked a lot here, and I'm about to put on a brand new SC2 just to see how it feels. I expect it's probably going to be not as fast as the 1 or the 0, but you know, it'll be good to get some data on it just to try it out here. Might be a great tire to test on. So, but we're testing some other stuff that's a lot more exciting this time around, I think, and I'm going to show you right now. We've got these mounted up. We've had these kind of waiting for install for quite some time, and these are of course Sicom carbon ceramic brake discs. You know, there's, as you've seen earlier in the video, presumably if I cut in that footage, these are super light. They weigh something like 2 pounds per rotor, less than our standard Superbike rotors that we run. So just by mounting these guys on, you're looking at about a 4-pound weight loss off the front wheel. It's pretty remarkable. We're still using the standard rear rotor for now. And behind that, you can see we have a set of Rotobox boost wheels. We're using those as well. So we'll go to the back of the bike here. Of course, we're using our cap at full zones. Here you can see the boost wheel in the rear. This is also a pretty substantial weight loss. We're probably looking at probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 13 to 14 pounds total lost by running this setup. So yeah, we're gonna mount up a camera somewhere. I need to find a place to affix it and try to get some laps in. It looks like it's gonna be a decent day. It's a little overcast, but overall the weather's good. So get this mounted up. And oh, by the way, I did want to comment, I'm not allowed to use a helmet cam, so you'll have to forgive me. The footage here is not as aggressive because you know, there's image stabilization and stuff with the GoPros, and I really like using the helmet cam because it gives you a lot of perspective, but can't do that with STT. It's a safety issue, so unfortunately we can't do that. But I'm gonna try to find a place to put the camera on the front of the bike or something like that, and try to give you an interesting view. Alrighty, so that was the first session out on these, and I'm sure you could tell, well, depending on if I even show you the outlap, but I was really ginger at the beginning because frankly, when I first put these on, just in the paddock and rolling the bike, you know, around off the stand that we have it on and stuff, they just didn't have any bite at all. Like, I could tell there was not a lot of stopping happening when I was pulling on the lever. And so I was very, very ginger for about the first, I would say, lap and a half. And really, I could feel it start to come in as I started to break into Charlotte's for the first time. The brakes, I felt a change where all of a sudden they didn't have that glazed kind of just smooth feeling, and there was all of a sudden some friction was building and the bike began to slow. And I never really got into the full groove, you know, running several seconds off my normal pace because I didn't want to, I've never used these things. And we, you know, frankly, a lot of the guys that buy this stuff, they're street guys, and we don't get this kind of like race feedback. And it's just unknown territory. So I didn't want to go out there and just go nuts and go flying off the track or, you know, God knows what. But anyway, so now what I can say is once I got some heat in these things and kind of got them broke in a little bit, they feel really good. It's going to take some getting used to because they work in a different way, but I actually think that it's probably better. Essentially what happens when you first pull the lever, the bike begins to slow, but it doesn't have that really aggressive bite that, and I'm using the same pads, so this isn't a pad thing. Just the material, it doesn't have the initial bite that I normally have. And I normally am really careful about how I modulate the brake lever going into a braking zone because I don't want to have to set my bike up to have this, you know, to fight this like front end slamming down kind of thing where I'm trying to build a front end that doesn't dive. So I'm pretty gentle with my initial brake and I build from there. With this, it kind of, it's like it does that for you. So when you grab the lever, you can grab it a little harder, bike begins to slow down, and then as heat builds, it really effectively stops the motorcycle in a very kind of linear way. And it was kind of messing me up, even though I wasn't entering the corners at my normal entry speed. I could tell that I was slowing down a lot more than I really would normally slow down for that given amount of brake pressure and modulation. And also I noticed that it kept the lever out away from the bar a little bit more, so I had to make an adjustment on my remote adjuster, and I never normally touch that thing. So yeah, I think they're going to be pretty good. We're going to do some more testing. Obviously I barely, you know, got like one half fast lap in, but yeah, I think they're good. I feel pretty good about this now. I'm not going to be quite so nervous to go out there and kind of rail around on them. So we had a red flag, as you saw, that's why I came in early. But next session out in about 40 minutes or so, we'll give it another go and see if we can actually try to get some fast laps on this. Also, the SC2 felt really good. I wasn't really going crazy fast, but lots of grip, and tire looks like I didn't even ride. It looks like it's brand new, so that's cool. So next we'll get some more laps, see what we can do. Okay, so that's going to be a wrap for today. I think we might do some more footage at the shop, but really happy with how the day went. The wear on the rotors is non-existent. That was one of the things I was worried about, is if we use an aggressive brake pad, is it going to smoke these things? And it didn't at all. There's actually, you can kind of see where the pad material is transferred, and there's actually no distinguishable difference there. And honestly, they just work really good. They stop the bike, and I'm gonna have to adjust my braking style because it's totally changed the way the braking system works. So it's gonna be kind of weird switching back and forth from these to our irons or steels, but they work really well. They get the job done. I think they are worth the money. They drop so much weight off the bike. And handling difference, I'll be honest, I'm not the best with noticing stuff like that. And we've got the bike set up right now to steer really quickly. And sometimes when I have a bike that steers really quick and we put lighter wheels and stuff like that on it, it's not as noticeable. We're not running a ton of trail on the motorcycle right now, so I bet if we had a lot of trail it would be more noticeable, but it was already steering so quickly that it's not a big difference for me. That's the one thing I know you guys are gonna ask. I can't really tell, but it was already turning so fast and it still just turns on a dime. I can flick the thing with zero effort. So I'm really happy with them. I for sure recommend these. They get my seal of approval. We're gonna keep using them. I'm definitely gonna keep these. And we'll show you some laps, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.